I have Meryl here with me today, and we are going to talk about the 11-day Jumpstart and what it has meant to her. And just what I want for people to hear is the results of what's happening in there, right? So it's not like, hey, here's this cool thing, let's talk about this amazing Jumpstart, but then I really want to see the other side of it, people that are going through it and people that have gone through it, and see what's actually happening in their lives. So thank you, Meryl, for coming on today and chatting and being able to share. So what made you want to join the Jumpstart in the first place?
Well, it's kind of interesting. I really wasn't planning on doing any kind of program like this. I mean, my main thing was my blood sugar has been really high. So that was one of my biggest things. I knew I needed to change my eating habits, but nothing had ever prompted me to do it. I just couldn't get myself to do it. I love sugar. I love candy. I love, all that kind of stuff. I'm a real sugar addict. And then my friend Anna told me about this, and I'm thinking, I kind of did it for her to help her, and another friend of ours was doing it also. And I thought, well, I can do anything for 11 days, and I can try it and see what happens. And I was amazed with how easy it was to do, and how I don't know, just yeah, I was encouraged the whole way along to continue eating healthy. I've never ever done that before.
I love
So it
that.
it was just wonderful. It was really easy, and I actually, most of my friends were amazed that I've done it too. And then I've had the results I've had, that I lost any weight, and then I've kept it up. So it's just not anything I've done before.
That's so great. And I love that you said that, because I think it's the most important part, because we
Mhm.
become like these lifelong, and I'm going to use the word failures, but stay with me here. Like, we become these lifelong failures because when we look at the diet industry,
Mhm.
we start something and we fail, and we try something and we fail, and we try something and we fail, because that industry is completely built around really hoping you're going to fail, because they need to keep making money. They make money
That's
when you
right.
fail, right?
Hmm.
Which is how a lot
Hmm.
of industry is set up. Not getting on that soapbox today, but um, what what is interesting here is that it's a jump start. It's an 11-day jump start, yes, but it's really a jump start into the rest of your life because of the sustainability of it, and because it's not something that, like, did you ever really feel like you were missing out on anything?
Um, just a little bit. Not the chocolate, not the candy and stuff, but the thing I miss the most during the 11 days is my nighttime snack, my little dessert after dinner. So
Yeah.
I don't do that during the 11 days, but after the 11 days, I have a little bit of like acai, with some berries. And so it's
Oh, yeah.
still nothing like what I used to do before. I've looked, I'm not a great cook, so I haven't looked into too many of the, recipes and stuff, even though my friends of mine are encouraging me. I haven't gotten around to it yet. But so that's the only thing. I don't miss sodas. I stopped drinking coffee, because the only way I like coffee is with a lot of really super, sugary creamer and stuff. So
Yeah.
I just gave it up, and I never missed, because
Yeah.
I wake up and I have the Ningxia, and I'm fine, and so I didn't miss that. Don't miss the candy, and that's like the only thing I miss. But and I don't miss spending all the money on eating out like I used to, and picking up crap, because that's what we used to do a lot.
That's the truth. That's the
Hmm.
truth. I think the worst thing is the eating out, and it's what we lean on the most, because we don't have
Hmm.
time, or we tell ourselves a story that we don't have time, and blah blah blah. And it is the worst. It's, you pick up so much garbage from just
That's right.
eating out. It's so crazy. It's really hard to find a place
Hmm.
that you can eat well out.
True.
And
Hmm.
so, what have been some results that you've had then?
Well, for me, the first jump start, I think I lost about 8 pounds or something like that, which again amazed me, because I'm 68, and after menopause, you hear how hard it is to lose weight.
Right.
And I've never done that. I've never been able to lose weight. I can't remember since when. And altogether, I've lost around 15, 16 pounds, something like that. And I love it. And my clothes are loose. My pants, there are certain pants I can't wear anymore when we're hiking because they're falling down
Because
on
they'll
me.
fall off.
Yeah. And then in February, I realized, because my husband and I went for a walk, and I have really bad arthritis in my left knee. And I realized, gee, it feels so much better. I was able to walk up and downstairs way easier, and it was steadier. And so I posted in February about how great that was. And now I finally, after 3 months of doing this, I went to my doctor and had new labs done. My blood sugar, which used to be, the A1C is like an average of like 3 month blood sugar or something,
Yeah.
was 7 in December, and it was 4.8 this week, which is a normal. It's not a diabetic number, and
It's almost
I've
half the
been.
other number, too.
You're right. I didn't even think about that. And I think my doctor is amazed. I don't think he believed me when I told him how good I was doing, and I really wanted to check my numbers. So he didn't. I don't think he was. He was thrilled with the 15-pound loss. He says, "I'm no longer obese. I'm just overweight." and but that blood sugar. So now he's taken me off one of the diabetic medications. So I'm off of a medication for that. And my cholesterol, my triglycerides, which really scared me, were like 220 last time in July. They're 123 now. That is like amazing, because that's so dangerous for
That's
me.
a scary thing. That's a
Yeah,
scary thing. Because
yeah,
that's an instantaneous, you don't know at any moment,
that's right.
right?
That's
Oh
right.
my gosh.
Yeah. So all my cholesterol numbers are great, and my blood sugar, that amazes me. I mean, I'm just so thrilled with that. And my knee is, I can walk again, so it feels really good. It's still not great, but it's so much better than it was,
That's
you know.
amazing. Well, how do you,
Mm.
when it, okay, there's a lot of questions. I need to slow my brain down right now. That's one of the side effects is your brain speeds up and then like
Yeah.
your mouth is like, okay, I don't know what to do now. So, what was the look? I need to know like the look on your doctor's face when he was reading through the labs, because there's that moment where he walks in and he's like, okay, this is because I don't know, I'm not a doctor,
Yeah.
but I don't think medication even lowers it that fast.
I have been on that medication forever, right? So I think I was first diagnosed with type 2 diabetes in 2014 or something, right?
Okay.
So of course the first thing it does is put me on metformin. And so I'm on that. My blood sugar didn't go down low enough. And so then he increased the dosage, right?
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
again, my blood sugar still stayed up there. And then he added another medication, which, so my blood sugar and my A1C has still been up there. This is the only thing, the Jumpstart, changing my eating habits, that has done this to, for me. It's
Wow.
amazing. But I think between that and Ningxia, I wasn't expecting that. I just wasn't.
Wow.
I thought, oh, I'll lose a little bit of weight, but I
Yeah.
didn't really expect that kind of a change.
Wow. That's
Hmm.
amazing. I don't know what would you say to somebody. What I was going to say is I don't even know what else to ask about this, because this is just it's just amazing. It's amazing. But you guys, this is what happens whenever our bodies are allowed to do what our bodies are designed to do, which is to keep themselves healthy and to keep themselves happy. Those are the two things our bodies strive to do. It's just that we live in an environment that makes it very hard for our bodies to do that. And then there's other things that start happening. And so whenever we can relieve our body of the inflammation and we're able to process it out and get it out of our world, all of a sudden our body does what it's supposed to be doing
Hmm.
the whole doggone time, right?
That's right.
So what would you say to somebody that is kind of on the fence? And I love that you came in not really with a lot of expectations. You really came in to
Hmm.
help somebody else, and because you were like, well, I'll
Hmm.
just do this because we're all doing this, like we're just doing this thing.
Hmm.
What would you say to somebody who maybe is in that same position that you were in?
Yeah. I actually did get one of my friends to try it, but she hasn't jumped in yet. You know what I mean? And
Sure.
so I haven't talked to her about these latest results. That's the next thing I'm going to do.
Yeah.
It's just, the fact that I'm at this age, I'm feeling so much better. I forgot to mention in February when I was feeling so good, I actually stopped two of the medications myself. I was taking like an anti-inflammatory NSAID, a long-acting one, which we know is bad for our bodies, and I was on antidepressants, and I was feeling so good. I go, one, I don't need antidepressant anymore. And I thought, I don't want to take this NSAID. It's so bad for our bodies. And
Yeah.
I thought, let me try stop it for a little bit and see what happens. And I've not needed it. It just, the aches and pains I used to feel when I tried stopping it before weren't there.
Wow.
So I can't say enough good things about it. I would say, try it. Like you said, all of us can do anything for 11 days.
Right.
That's easily possible.
Yeah.
And the eating is so much better, so much healthier. We're reducing a lot of the inflammatory things that we do to ourselves.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to learn about how bad sugar is for us, how bad all those simple carbs are. And of course, I loved all that stuff. Do I miss rice? No, actually, I don't. I don't miss pasta. I don't miss those things because
Yeah.
I actually go in my kitchen. I'm actually cooking or cutting up vegetables and stuff, and I didn't like them before. But
Yeah.
now they're really a part of my life,
That's
and
amazing.
it just feels like we're doing the right thing for my body.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would just suggest that I think everybody should give it a try. To
Mm-hmm.
me, the way I see it is what's the worst thing that's going to happen? I mean, if you look around at the world that you're sitting in and that you're living in right now, your existence, how it feels, how you look and how, when you judge that and you
Mm-hmm.
say, what's the worst thing that could happen? The worst thing that could happen is you stay the same. The
That's
best
right.
thing that
Mm-hmm.
could happen is the thing that's happening with like everybody in there. And it's
Mm-hmm.
not, and Meryl, I love that you mentioned your age. You're 68 years old. And or 68 years young, let's say that right. And it's not, there's no, there's no type of person that this is working the best for. It's simply
Mm-hmm.
working for everybody. And
Yep.
so the worst thing that's going to happen is you stay right where you are. Best thing that's
Mm-hmm.
going to happen is that you're going to surprise yourself and actually start living a life that you've been designed to live the whole time. You just didn't realize was accessible. And that's the part I'm here for.
Yeah, it's wonderful. I really want to thank you, Martha, because it's been wonderful.
Oh,
The support on the Facebook group is just great. Everybody
it
is so
is.
supportive, and they share the results, they share their recipes and all that, which has encouraged me to try a few, and I do try a few, and but it's working out so good.
Oh, I love it. Thank you, Meryl. Again, I appreciate your Friday
Yeah.
morning. If you're watching this video and you're like, hey, I want to jump into the 11-day jumpstart, then just reach out to the person that sent you to this video. If nobody sent you here, just shoot me a message and we'll get you taken care of. But regardless, let's not sit on this anymore. Let's start doing the thing. Let's stop watching everybody else's results and let's start realizing that they can be yours as well. So thank you, Meryl. Have the best
You're
day.
welcome.
Bye,
Thank
you
you, Martha. Take
guys.
care. Bye bye.